Hello again, my name's Gabe Zona. I posted MVI 6485. Marilyn Mosby and Stephanie Burke need to go. That video's received some interesting comments, and here's one in particular I'd like to share. The viewer wrote, "Now it came out on Balco local news that Mayor Blake gave the orders for the police to stand down. We all knew that, but she remained silent. The destruction via riots were manufactured, and the criminal thugs all played their part. Now the city police are leaving in droves to get jobs in different jurisdictions. Who will they get next? Surely not the citizens, as they can't make the grade. Criminal records and drugs. Back in the 90s, they were recruiting from Puerto Rico, as they did not have enough recruits. The Democrats have destroyed another city." Well, actually, she's right, and it is a she that wrote this. They've gone and done that exactly. The mayors are supposed to have their police's backs. And what was one of the first Democratic mayors recently that we saw that didn't have the policeman's backs? Well, it happened to be the largest city in America, New York. Bill de Blasio did not have the people's backs. No. Bill de Blasio actually attacked the police, not once, but numerous times. And then you've got the mayor of Baltimore, Stephanie Blake. What did she do? Well, she ordered the police to stand down and not respond to the rioters. She actually told the American people who heard her say it, give them room so they can riot. Something to that effect. And you know what? They did riot. But who was it that Marilyn spoke to prior to giving the order for the police to stand down? Well, none other than, the chosen one, Barack Hussein Obama. Yeah, he's really good at giving stand-down orders. He gave a couple of those in Benghazi. But that's a different story. Now you've got the police department, and you can't blame them, looking for jobs in other jurisdictions. Who would want to work for a mayor that goes and prosecutes her own police for them simply doing their jobs? They didn't kill the individual that they were charged with killing. No. Gray had a broken neck. That's what he had. He had a broken neck. It was broken, I believe, when an officer arrested him and put his knee in his throat. And he couldn't talk because his voice box was crushed. That's also a different story. You know what's going to happen to Baltimore when all these police finally find jobs elsewhere? Huh? What do you think's going to happen? It's going to turn into a war zone. That's what's going to happen. And who's responsible? Well, I don't think that the mayor, Stephanie Blake, should take all the blame. A lot of it should go to Marilyn Mosby. Yeah, she's the one that said that the arrest wasn't legal. She's the one that had all the papers drawn up with all the charges. And she presented the papers and the charges within 24 hours. How long do you think it took her to put all that together? You think she looked at any of the evidence? You think she gave a damn? No. She was following the orders that came down from above. And I'm not talking about heaven. I'm talking about 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I gotta believe they would have loved for there not to have been any black officers involved. But they don't care. They're going to sacrifice them along with the white officers. That's just how they play the game. We'll see what happens. I want to thank my viewer for taking the time to write what she did. I didn't know that back in the 90s they couldn't find officers, so they recruited in Puerto Rico. Even that didn't provide them with sufficient officers. And the folks that they have, you gotta be kidding, right? I mean, come on. With the rap sheets they have, with their arrest records, with their lack of education, they're not going to get a police force that's going to want to work for a mayor that they know won't protect them. That's sort of what I think. So what do you think?